reverse Healy coil.
What is it?
Pooched.
Mm-hmm.
The thread's pulled out, so I gotta get a new one. Had to get a new one. Went to get a new one. Whatever.
Where's it going?
Well, I replaced it with the silver one back there, but it was one of the nuts for the jam lugs. I'm scooching them from the inner ring narrow position to inner ring wide position, so that I run over 4 inches less swath when I go around the corners. Changing the track width. One of the dumb shit that we do to make our old stuff work as good as it can. Sometimes tuning goes a long ways. It also goes back to the theory of tractors having a dedicated job. So then you dial them in for that one thing instead of trying to be a little bit good at everything. The other thing with this style of wheel is you want to go around and sort of gently tighten them all until you have the same, or roughly the same number of threads sticking out the back.
Hey, where'd you go?
Here, feel how warm this is. And this.
Hmm.
You're supposed to have a reaction.
Very warm.
Ah. Almost as hot as the farmer.
Uh-huh.
But Matthew still has my, no, Cameron still has my jack. And the front of the tractor is not self-jacking.
Hmm. You're only doing one front tire, not both?
I already did one of the front tires when I changed the tire from the explodey one.
Mm.
So that one's already in the outboard position. Now we've moved the back. While we've got the back of the tractor jacked up, we're gonna try and tune the bias on the rear steer valve. Try to get straight to stay straight, which means starting the tractor. And here we see the beautiful lady picking flowers out in her natural habitat. In true ADD auto, I got halfway through something and got distracted figuring out the next problem. I need to mount an air compressor on the front of the tractor, and I don't have
what a
room
guy.
in this belt drive the way it's set up very easily. So we're gonna add a third pulley onto here. And I went digging around in my parts and found what I believe to be a 1370 pulley. And it has a slightly bigger cone on the other one. So we're gonna cut this twice and move the pulley over so that we can mount this there. And then we have a spot for another belt. We we are going to use as an air compressor. Yeah, we're gonna do this differently. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Transferring, it didn't work quite as good as I wanted it to. And it wasn't quite in the right spot. And apparently this thing isn't all that flat. So what we're trying to do is transfer grease onto this to show where the bolt holes need to be. Since we don't have Superman's X-ray vision. So some stuff has happened off camera here. Got one of the scrap brackets cut down and holes drilled for this. Now I gotta build the companion bracket with some slots in it for belt adjustment. This is going to end up hopefully going right there so that we have room for the slot. And if I have to, I might have to clearance this a little bit. The other pulley went in the lathe and got turned down, so now it's only one sheave and it has a reasonably good fit on the water pump pulley, so I can tack that in and then I'll have a 3-sheave water pump pulley and I can mount that here, and then we'll use that for auxiliary air with a regular pressure control switch. I got my extra sheave welded onto the water pump pulley. Now I have a spot to drive my salvaged old crankcase style AC compressor with clutch. So I can run a pressure switch on that and use it as an intermittent duty air compressor. It works really good. I had one on the old tractor. And I have plans to have fire suppression on the tractor, which I will also charge with that. I will have to section and rework this aspirator tube to get it to go around. The bracket needs one more weld here, and it's not absolutely glorious, but I'm reasonably pleased with it considering that it was 2 pieces of scrap reworked to make an adjustable bracket. And it just clears the rad hose in the exhaust, and it's below the hood, so quite happy with that. Okay. Actually, maybe I can get away with just turning it. It might be even less work. Yeah, I'll try that first. There's a clearance is clearance, but the motor is rigid mounted, so it shouldn't move very much at all relative. We had a, can you take this please? And I should have thought that through better moment with these crop forming guards. Because genius me, they don't actually go up and down. So they worked fine until we got to swath at the end, and then they rolled over at the bottom. So I gotta cut it right about there, right under the reinforcing thing. And then change the angle of attack on the flap a little bit, and then I think we'll be okay. When I originally set this up, it was like, we'll just run it full width and rake it up afterwards. But it is raining for about the 11th time in the last 4 days. And previous to that, we had 8 inches of rain in one go. So, we are now thrice over delayed. And the 20 acres that I cut to test the mower has been rained on what feels like 17 times.
Just black. There's no only voice.
I'm currently being insulted by the camera lady. The tape is not the greatest way of doing this. It works a lot better with paper, but it's not the worst way of trying to get a square-ish cut so that I can rotate this relative to where it was. Can you believe it? 46-year-old hose clamp is no good.
How could it?
I know. The inglory. The betrayal. A replacement. Princess Auto's finest Chinesium. And I got it to fit with just that one cut and twisting it. Changing the angle a little bit where it goes into this rubber hose. Now, it just clears my compressor. I can start the tractor so that I can get the back off of blocks. If someone knows where a good quality hood is for cheap, I would take that too. Your birdies that made more birdies? Putting one more rod into that bracket. Now that I know that it's pretty much in the right spot. It could be 3/16 of an inch further back, but I'm not going after that. Okay, watch your eyes.
Here.
What?
Look what I got.
Ooh. Look at that. Look what I've got.
Oh my.
Yeah, and now we're doing a term that I saw the other day and really liked, and they called it delayed maintenance, which means that this thing hasn't been loved in a while. I'm gonna cut that light off. Wow. Replace it with this one.
Hmm? Mmm.
Much better.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm. It's lovely.
Mm-hmm. And we're off on a quick adventure to go pick up oil from a local restaurant to use in our diesel canola oil mix. We're going to show that setup in a different video. And we stopped and picked some Saskatoons because there's so many this year.
Good job.
How many did you get?
I got a few as well. I'm
I
gonna
got-
give some to your mummy.
I got a few.
Come, let's go.
I got a bunch. Hey, can you switch? I got.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you're interested in how we farm with antiques.